Well, Home Minister Amit Shah has sounded the poll bugle for West Bengal, launching a frontal attack on Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee by accusing her government of turning the state into a haven for infiltrators and running a toll syndicate that bleeds welfare schemes. From Mathura and Rajbanshi outreach to sharper jabs on border security and corruption, the BJP is signalling that 2026 will be fought on identity, infiltration and governance. Mamata Banerjee, meanwhile, has hit back by questioning the SIR exercise that she has called a scam and an AI-driven exercise that she says will backfire on the BJP. Mamata Banerjee has also doubled down on cultural symbolism and state pride, pushing projects like Durga Angan, Kali Ghat and Jagannath Temple, defending her government against what she calls central harassment and projecting herself as Bengal's protector against Delhi's politics. So as the rhetoric hardens on both sides, the election narrative is clearly being set. The big question is, what is truly at stake for the TMC fighting to retain its fortress and for the BJP desperate to crack Bengal after years of near misses? Here's a report.
Amit Shah's war cry in Bengal. Mamata Banerjee's spirited retorts. Political heat rising in battleground Bengal. Amit Shah and Mamata Banerjee traded allegations and snide remarks on Tuesday in equal measure. In Bengal for a 3-day visit to jumpstart his party's poll campaign, Shah accused the Trinamool Congress boss of fear, corruption and misgovernance over 15 years. He declared that the upcoming Bengal election will be fought on the issue of infiltration, accusing Mamata of shielding the infiltrators and changing Bengal's demography.
एक ऐसी मजबूत राष्ट्रीय ग्रिड बनाएंगे जो बंगाल से घुसपैठ को समाप्त कर देंगी। इंसान छोड़ दीजिए, परिंदा भी पैर नहीं मार पाए, इस प्रकार की एक मजबूत ग्रिड की रचना हम करेंगे।
Shah's charge was met with a furious counter from the Chief Minister, who asked if infiltration was only in Bengal.
বাংলায় শুধু অনুপ্রবেশকারী, কাশ্মীরে নাকি নেই। তাই যদি সত্যি হয় বন্ধু, একটা কথার উত্তর চাই। পহেলগাঁও তাহলে কি আপনারা করলেন? দিল্লিতে কিছুদিন আগে যে ঘটনা ঘটে গেল, অনুপ্রবেশকারী বাংলা ছাড়া কোথাও নেই, তাহলে কি আপনারা করলেন?
Shah predicted that BJP will form the next government with a majority, inviting Didi's zero barb.
मुझे पूरा भरोसा है कि 2026 में बंगाल में 2/3 बहुमत के साथ भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी। ये बंगाल की जनता तय कर बैठी है।
আগের বার এসে বলেছিল इस बार 200 পার হয়ে গেছে পগার পার। দিল্লি সামলাতে পারে না, বাংলা সামলাবে।
Shah also tore into TMC's economic track record, claiming that industry died under the party's rule.
कौन सरकार है? बंगाल में आज भ्रष्टाचार, घुसपैठ और टोलबाजी के कारण सारी इंडस्ट्री वापस जा रही है। केंद्र सरकार की योजनाएं लागू करने में उनको अपनी वोट बैंक गंवाने का डर है।
Bengal Minister Shashi Panja fact-checked Shah with investment figures.
यहाँ पे जो है इंडस्ट्री भी बहुत अच्छी तरीके से चलती है। अमित शाह, आपने आज के प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में कुछ झूठ बातें बोली इंडस्ट्री को।
Shah also cornered the TMC government on women's safety, raising the RG Kaur rape and Sandesh Khadi allegations.
हर जगह बेटियां असुरक्षित हैं और ढेर सारे लोग और ढेर सारी माताएं बहनें ये अत्याचार से तंग आ चुकी हैं।
The TMC again hit back, pointing to Kuldeep Sengar.
रही नारी सुरक्षा वाली बात, इसकी तो जिम्मेदारी आप या बीजेपी सरकार ना ही ले तो अच्छा है, क्योंकि आप ही के विधायक जो थे कुलदीप सिंह सेंगर, जो बलात्कारी थे, कभी उसको रिहा किए जाते हैं, लेकिन यही तो बीजेपी करती है.
As the two sides ramped up campaign rhetoric, Mamata made some threatening remarks on Shah's visit.
कौन सरकार है?
আমরা লড়বো মরবো কিন্তু মাথা বিকিয়ে দেব না, এটা মাথায় রাখতে হবে, মাথা উঁচু করে চলতে হবে।
The battle for Bengal is well and truly on. Will BJP be third time lucky, or will Mamata remain the reigning queen of the eastern state? The Jayanta will decide in the polls. But one thing is clear, this is going to be a bitterly fought battle with no holds barred election and truly nothing off limits. With Anirudh Shashi for NDTV.
We have a minister in the Mamata Banerjee government, Shashi Panja, joining us now. Shashi Panja is the Minister for Women and Child Development. Thank you, Ms. Panja, for your time. The Home Minister today has said that the BJP will build a national grid to protect Bengali interest and to stop infiltration that he has accused the TMC of encouraging. He has said that the TMC government did not give the centre any land to build fences and that West Bengal is the only state that hasn't been able to check infiltration when every other border state, including Punjab and Rajasthan, have done the same. What would your response be?
So it is just the reiteration of the script which Bengal has heard over the years before any kind of elections happen in Bengal. And, it's so funny because he has just flown in from Assam. And in Assam, he was just mentioning again, because even there the assembly elections are forthcoming. And he says that if you want to stop infiltration, vote again for BJP. So BJP was there for 5 years in Assam. And you didn't, you yourself are saying that infiltration needs to be stopped. For that you have to vote again. So that only shows how irresponsible or how inefficient you were in Assam. And even in Delhi or even in Pahalgam, where the infiltrators came in, killed the innocent tourists in Pahalgam, and even went back, crossed the border. So Ghuspetia, where it's happening, be it Jammu Kashmir, be it they landed even in Delhi or in Assam, you couldn't stop. But again, it's the same narrative here in Bengal. The SIR exercise is underway now in Bengal. The first list of ASDD, which is called absent, shifted, dead and duplicate entry, etc., have come out. We were looking at Bihar 2025 SIR. None of the columns showed that there were Ghuspetias there. But he had maintained, even the Prime Minister used to say in Bihar, that they would, get rid of all infiltrators from the Bihar list. But none of the columns showed the cause of deletion as Ghuspetia. So this is a narrative that they play, and they try to create that kind of an impact on people's mind. In Bengal, people have now, have taken it. They've understood that this is all lies and false. Because at a time when, if you speak Bengali, you're a Bangladesh. This is what we are branded as, staying in Bengal. It's so unfortunate. So the BJP is absolutely, their approach and everything is not welcome at all here.
Right. But Ms. Panja, when it comes to the SIR exercise, a special intensive revision of electoral rolls, what really is the TMC's position on this issue? It's not that you really sought a blanket ban on this when other parties wanted the same. Mamata Banerjee, in fact, called it a scam today, saying that it's all AI at work. Some days back, she said that this will backfire on the BJP. So what is the TMC's real view on the SIR issue? Because the BJP has been attacking the TMC, saying that it just wants to protect infiltrators.
Basically, SIR, what we were objecting to from the initial stages was, first of all, even when it was started in India, in whichever state they started, especially just did it in Bihar, we just placed our objections as that when you are in a multi-party democracy and when there is a huge exercise like this, why could all the parties be taken into confidence? And there should have been a confidence-building exercise. So those were initial days. We were objecting to in Bengal, saying that what is the hurry? You see, the distribution of the forms, you fill up and you take it back. And then the screenings, the scrutiny, hearing, everything should be done in 2 months. What is the hurriedness in this program? Third was the total unpreparedness of the Election Commission. If you are here and if you've been watching the exercise unfold here in Bengal, every day the ECI has to come out with a new set of, they don't notify, a new set of directions to their frontline workers and of course those above them. Every day the process undergoes some kind of change. So
Right.
it was totally unprepared. And this AI business, everything, these were all just kind of floated. The simple software of a BLO, who is the frontline worker, was not updated. So if I'm in the 2002 list, physicals list, I'm not in the virtual list, it's huge harassment. It's huge harassment. And now when it is happening, you should look at the images which are being shown where you find such fragile, elderly, sick, senior citizens, people who are coming in ambulances, traveling far off distances because the hearing venues have been so uncomfortably placed that it is with an intent that it is better you don't arrive there. So deletion, where deletion is the main intent, and that is why we were objecting to it.
Okay.
Nevertheless, All India Trinamool Congress has participated in this exercise, and we are the ones who are on ground helping people fill up the forms.
Right. Moving on, Ms. Shashi Panja, the BJP has also attacked the TMC for what it calls soft Hindutva because it claims that the TMC is pushing certain projects that are meant to appease the Hindu community, Jagannath Temple or recently announced Durga Angan or even Kali Ghat. All of these may be cultural projects to you, but the BJP is saying that all of this is just vote management ahead of the assembly elections.
What is there about vote bank politics we fail to understand. Jagannath Dham is a project which was conceived maybe about 2.5 years ago, and it just got completed. And we had, the other day, the 1 crore viewers who had reached Jagannath Dham, that came out. So this was conceived much back. It was no relation to 2024 or even the 2026 votes or the elections. Also, the Durga Angan has another larger connotation to it because we have the Durga Puja of Kolkata has been given an award by the UNESCO, none less than the United Nations, in which they say there is an intangible heritage which has been attached to the Durga festival. It's so very prestigious. It should be prestigious for the entire country. So this Durga Angan will showcase that. And of course, there will be a mandir. And what's wrong? Didi has done the Dakshineshwar Kali Temple Skywalk years back. It had no relation with elections. The Kali Ghat Skywalk has also been inaugurated. It was started again 2.5 years back. What has this got to do with elections? We fail to understand.
The accusation is that these projects are done at a much larger scale now because you're reaching out to the Hindu community, ensuring that they don't get closer to the BJP. And this is after years of TMC cultivating the Muslim vote bank. That's the accusation because elections are coming up. You cannot afford to offend the Hindu community. That's a big accusation that the BJP is making.
Look at how Christmas was observed in Bengal. Celebrated with such gusto. Did you get to see scenes of these vigilants, BJP, RSS, Bajrang Dang vigilants coming and, ruining these Christmas trees, Santa Claus, throwing it away? You saw that in the BJP ruled states. So that is the communal harmony that we have here in Bengal. It's not mandir versus masjid and all that. It is all together that we practice. We observe all the festivals.
Right. Shashi Panja there. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us on NDTV. We are also joined by BJP leader Roopa Ganguly now. Roopa Ganguly, thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. Ma'am, why should voters believe that the BJP can win Bengal elections this time? Because the party has repeatedly fallen short despite high-pitched campaigns. In 2019, you won about 18 seats. It was reduced to 12 seats in 2024 Lok Sabha elections. And in 2021, despite several high-profile leaders from the TMC joining you, the party did get much more than what it got before that, but it stopped at 77. So why should voters believe that BJP is all set to win Bengal this time?
See, now it's like a warlike situation in West Bengal. It is not just election, any election for any state in India. See, I'll tell you, this election is basically a war between governance, good governance, versus ill governance, malgovernance, cruelty. It's the only state in India where you see, even after winning an election, the ruling party who has won the election, they kill people of the state. If you do not vote for them, they go outright and kill people in hundreds. This is the only state in West Bengal where you see people hanging from the trees. The bodies are being hanged, and there's a tag on their chest written that this is the punishment that you're doing, BJP. So this is the condition of this state of West Bengal, and people are tired of this situation in West Bengal. They want to live. We want peace. And the common people, who you apparently see very quiet this time, have decided to vote for BJP. Because there's no other option. You can't even, it's not about how we are planning. It is, people have understood, people have seen TMC for 15 years. They have seen misrule later part in CPM. And what they have practiced, it's all kind of bloodbath during the election, before the election, and after the election. This was the process.
Okay.
Now people are tired. People want to live peacefully. And you might see that there are some changes. Sometimes people do wanted to believe Mamata Banerjee stating that, okay, she's giving 2,000 rupees or 1,000 rupees per head to the ladies. But these are useless things which people have understood by now.
But Ms. Ganguly, the people of West Bengal are not known to change governments very frequently. They take, in fact, a long time to bring in change. So beyond the strong rhetoric on infiltration, which seems new this time, what is the BJP's new offering in terms of governance promises? Because corruption and syndicate, all of this is something that you've spoken about even in 2021. What is the new governance vision that BJP has for the people of Bengal?
See, if you talk about governance, there's no governance at all in West Bengal. So you can't even finish a boundary wall in your house. Suppose that's breaking down, or you want to repair, or you want to just do a boundary wall. You can't even do that without paying money to the touts. So everywhere, there's no word called governance here in West Bengal, other than blue and white color paint in all the railings and everywhere. That also becomes possible because it comes from the TMC company, the paints. Nothing else is seen. People are tired about electric bill, people are tired about water connection, people are tired about food quality, people are tired about every small little thing which a person needs to survive. Every day there's an accident. Every day there will be hundreds of incidents where women are molested. Where a government, Mamata Banerjee, the chief minister of the state, she's a lady. I want to talk about her with lot of decency. But I'm very sorry to say that we live in India today, and she's announcing that women, please do not come out. Don't go out of your home after 7 or 8 p.m. at night. So the chief minister herself is saying, that says that she admits that her whole law and order system has gone to dogs. What we had in West Bengal, everything is gone. You can't get a pure food. You can't imagine how we are living.
Okay, that's...
You have no clue how we are living.
So, ma'am, but your primary issue seems to be, the primary pitch of the campaign seems to be infiltration, at least for now, because that's what the Home Minister also spoke about. He's talked about infiltration being the #1 issue. But while infiltration is very crucial to national security, it also can be very polarizing. Is the BJP risking over polarization in a state where these divisions may or may not matter?
See, it is not polarizing, I'm saying. We in West Bengal, with Hindus and Muslims and Christians, were living all along these years. Here, even Muslim people are raising a question when they see that where they're living for years, suddenly, whole lot of people come in there. Who are those people? Even the local Muslims cannot detect. They are saying on camera. They are saying on camera, we don't even know who are these people. Where did they come from? I can see in my place in Golf Garden, which is a posh area in Calcutta, South Calcutta. You can't imagine, every second day you will see another bundle of people coming. They are not Bengalis. They are infiltrators. They are not Bengalis.
Okay.
Here, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Marathi, whoever, from whichever state they have come from, we all call them Bengali. We have people who have been staying Pushtani, like from grandfather's time. They speak sometimes better Bengali than us. Their grandchildren are brought up here.
Right.
The father-in-law के father भी इधर ही थे. So we all call ourselves Bengali.
Okay.
सब एकदम गर्व के साथ कहते हैं हम तो बंगाली हैं. अब राजस्थानी को देखो यहाँ पे, हम तो बंगाली है बोलते रहते. So this is Bengal. So infiltration has nothing to do with polarization.
Okay.
Polarizing is our Amit Ji, our Home Minister of India, though we call him Amit Ji, but our Home Minister of India has categorically said that whoever who is making a temple or a masjid, it doesn't concern us. As a government, these should not be the subjects.
Right.
And he spoke as the Home Minister. His whole concern is the demography of India and West Bengal as well, and people who are coming here through borders, and we have seen them on camera running away without vote cards or with vote cards.
Right. Roopa, Ganguly there. Thank you so much for your responses. We're also joined by Jayanta, Ghoshal and Rajat, Sethi, both analysts. Thank you so much, both of you, for being part of this broadcast. Jayanta, when I covered Bengal elections in 2021, one person had told me, BJP party aaj pe kintu time lagbe. Is the time right now for the BJP to come? Because Bengalis, because I'm married to a Bengali, I know they're very resistant to change. So is the time finally ripe for the BJP to make that move?
Yeah, absolutely, Vasudha. You are right that we Bengalis perhaps is a bad consumer. When we buy a shoe from Bata, we try to keep it for 20 years perhaps. And that's why maybe the more repair shops are available in Calcutta more than Delhi. Anyway, what you are saying, I don't want to predict. I'm not pollster, I'm not astrologer. But I can say that what our Home Minister has said today in his press conference, that consistently what he is saying that we will come with 2/3 majority, we will come out with flying colors, that the general of the army cannot say before the war that we will not win. That's the rhetoric and that's the political statement. But one sentence is very important, that BJP is consistently growing in Bengal. We were 3, now we are 77 in assembly. Our percentage of vote, always we have increased our percentage of vote. And 2019, I think Mamata Banerjee underestimated the force of Jai Sri Ram force. And later, she realized, and immediately, she is also very prudent and smart politician. She has changed the strategy, and she is Hindu, and she is a practicing Hindu, like any other woman in our West Bengal. She do lot of rituals, like Friday,
Yes.
Jai Santoshima, even the local goddesses like Bagalama, Makali, all these things. But visually projecting the rituals, it's a new phenomenon for the last few years, because she understood that when BJP is campaigning that she is the Begum
Right.
Mrs. Banerjee, and that campaign hot. So the Hindu vote bank is also a vote bank. Although what she has done this time, Vasudha, very important, that she has mixed the unique Bengali DNA with the Bengali model of Hinduism. That's a non-vegetarian and the vegetarian
Yes.
issue. And the fish has become prasad in Bengal. And the vegetarians, they may not like it. So I think she has preaching a sort of Bengali DNA, Bengali Asmita with the brand of Hinduism. And the most important point, she is trying to campaign. She is aggressive. Amit Shah ji also this time very aggressive. There is no rally.
Right, absolutely.
This 3 days visit. Only organizational activities, even with RSS. He is meeting.
But there could be a Rath Yatra soon, Jayanta, is what I hear.
Yeah.
Rajat, Sethi, how would respond to Jayanta Ghoshal's insights, and also the fact, Rajat, is that the NDA has been on a winning spree after Lok Sabha elections 2024. Do you sense that the TMC is on the defensive, especially when it comes to issues of governance and law and order?
Well, I think, Vasudha, it's true that TMC would be feeling the heat because of anti-incumbency. While the good thing about TMC is they start with 35% vote share, not with zero. And the downside of BJP is that they have to crawl the way up, starting from zero and going all the way to 42%. That's where the catch is. What Mamata Banerjee would be thinking right now is that how do I ensure that certain section of Hindus, the Bhadramanus, can continue to stick with TMC. However, what we are seeing is because of the RG Kar, the entire mood in and around Kolkata, Greater Kolkata region, which comprises of 40 seats, that has sullied. And if the middle class, the urban Bengalis actually decide that they want a change, then you will see that 40% of vote share of BJP switches and becomes 42 or 43 and start hitting and biting into TMC's core vote base. And I think this is one of the reasons why Mamata Banerjee is clearly hopping temples, creating new, laying foundation stones for new temples. So something has happened, and she is sensing it, and she is a sharp politician.
And there was a lot of action. It seemed like, elections may not even happen and BJP is right there, right? But now, this time the aggression seems to be far more moderate, and it looks like both of them have reworked their strategies. Two issues, SIR and infiltration. What kind of impact do you see these two issues having on Bengal elections?
You see, this SIR, there are two aspects. One aspect is electoral, the deletion of the names, voter list, that is a more administrative issue. But this SIR has created a BJP's campaign issue also, because this issue of infiltration, Ghuspataiya, so this infiltration is not a new issue for BJP. I think for RSS and Jansang, even for Vajpayee Advaniji time, I have seen that infiltration always, rather once Advaniji told me that more than Ram Mandir issue, infiltration issue may be more relevant in Bengal and this eastern region where the Bangladesh border is there. So there is a psyche of the Bengali Bhadralok also that it's a liability. And BJP is trying to campaign that issue, that we want to make a new Bengal without infiltrators. So it's not only SIR voter list issue. It's a more political issue. And Mamata Banerjee is now trying to say that where are the infiltrators? Where are the Rohingyas? You mentioned again and again. Now show us the example. So it has become a very major, important political electoral issue this time. It's a platter.
Right.
Governance
So BJP
to
is saying
other
that,
issues are there.
we will
The
protect
main
Bengal
issue
and
is
hence the Bengali interest
polarization
gets
and
protected,
infiltration.
right? Rajat Sethi,
Polarization and infiltration. These are the main issue today.
right. Rajat Sethi, would you also expect the welfare debate to also move forward? Because not just West Bengal, even Tamil Nadu, the BJP is fighting with TMC and DMK, and both these parties traditionally have are seen as in some ways parties that are centered around welfare. They do give a lot of they do announce a lot of welfare schemes. TMC did come to power based on that Lakshmi Bhandar announcement. How does the BJP hope to really sort of counter, because in both these states it's not in power?
See, that is true, and this is a fundamental problem with all parties, irrespective of which camp they are. If they're sitting in the opposition, they have this fundamental problem that how do you launch a campaign when freebies are going to be unleashed by the government in power? And I don't think BJP has an answer. Look at what Jharkhand, I mean, they just couldn't change the script. There was ample anti-incumbency against Mr. Soren's government. But they couldn't do anything about it. And also in Bengal, the previous election, the fundamental issue, while the anti-incumbency was building up against Mamata Banerjee then, but BJP couldn't capitalize on it primarily because of what happened in the last few days when Lakshmi Bhandar Yojana was being spread out and unleashed across the state. It's very hard to find an answer to cash transfers and cash transfers of that tune. And this is a problem. I mean, there have been issues when BJP was doing that in Bihar, BJP Nitish government, and so will Mamata Banerjee do. I mean, they will do everything to save on the coffers and distribute it across the state.
Jayanta, that seems to be the expectation. Even we journalists are waiting for what kind of announcements will be made by ruling parties, because it looks like both DMK and TMC might really just, increase the support of women, and that might actually, reset the dynamics of the game. What would your understanding be of the welfare debate in Bengal?
No, I completely agree with Rajat ji. The difference is the ruling party has an advantage. When ruling party announce something, that means you are getting it immediately. And this time also, the expectation is there that the more announcement of political populism will be in the February, the budget time. And Mamata Banerjee is ready to do that. That is the common, expectation. When opposition, they say that we will give you more if we come to power. So there are a lot of ifs and buts when we will come to power. BJP cannot, when BJP is saying that double engine theory, give us vote and we will do the development. Mamata Banerjee has made an issue. That means if you are trying to say that you don't want development, you are politically, if we vote for you, then you will give us the development. That means you are anti-Bengal, you are anti-Bengali. Right. You want to capture this state. That is the campaign. So I don't know, the future will determine what future will be. But this is the exact scenario that Mamata Banerjee is also very aggressively. And one point, that Bengali has a radical DNA, anti-Delhi mood historically. Mamata Banerjee is using it. Tomorrow, Abhishek Banerjee is going to Delhi. Yes. Delhi Chalo, from the Netaji Subhash Bose to today's politics, that anti-Delhi radical DNA, they are always trying the regional parties.
So there's a lot of change and aggression from both parties, but also a moderation. Thank you, Jayanta, for joining us with those details, with those insights. Jayanta Ghoshal, senior journalist, joining us for the BJP. This must be about breaking the Bengal barrier, but for the TMC, it's all about survival.